This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No, no, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. Giddy but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. No, the orders were still missing. For now. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes. Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time. when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
What? Really?
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there. Oh, no. No, it can't. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls! Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley. Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait. I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room, what a room. This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room. What a room. Va-va-voom. What a room. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there. Oh, no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls! Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley. Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Have you not been able to hear me this whole time? And did my broadcast just kill itself? No, it didn't. Yes, it did. No, it didn't. We're good. Have you not been able to hear me this whole time? Okay. So, why did no one tell me? Like, okay. Anyway, it's been an hour and 11 minutes, and no one told me that I've been not heard. Okay. That's unfortunate. So anyway, thought it was supposed to be that. That's fair, I guess. I guess that's fair to think that. Dang it. I had a lot of really good reactions. I'll just reenact I'll go through this again and reenact my reactions as if it happened for the first time. But anyway, resume. So basically, what you do, as I was explaining before that you couldn't hear, so the way you get to this quote unquote secret area is which is not really secret, you can get to it pretty easily, is like you go through the right door, right? And then go to like the storage room. And then like that catwalk that's below the transporter platform that takes you to the phone. If you drop down onto that platform, not holding the bucket, because you have to go through the door that says no buckets allowed or no buckets past this point or whatever. Go through that door, and then you're given a red and a blue door. And then when it says go through the red door, go through the blue one. Then it'll be like, ha ha ha, I think you misunderstood. Go through the red door. And then you go to the blue door again. Then it's like, go through the red door. And the blue door you don't see, but it's because it has a bunch of like the red door alone on its own wall with a bunch of arrows pointing at it. But if you turn around, the blue door is on the wall behind you. So you go through the blue door and boom, you get to this path of things. So yeah. So I know that drops down into the abyss because I did that earlier. I don't trust that. I feel like this whole area is just kind of blocked off. I have a feeling this whole area is going to just be an abyss-looking area. I'm probably going to fall. Yep. Yeah, that's not a very big area. Then I'm here. Okay. 509. 510. Then here, I'm not exactly sure what the deal is. You just kind of walk around, wander around, whatever. And would you like to play something here soon? I will end the game. Okay, that I've been muted, so you don't know the explanation of me doing this. So, so I could explain this a couple times to like over the course of the day, or over the course of the stream. So I'm trying to get the trophy of playing the Stanley Parable for the duration of an entire Tuesday. So what I did is I started the game at like 11:56 yesterday, so that way I had a little bit of overlap. Ooh. Nothing, never mind. So I started up at like 11:56, so I had a little bit of overlap. So the game has just been on this whole time, so I haven't been able to. That's the thing about the handicap bit that you also didn't hear me explain. That I've just been handicapped because in terms of I just haven't been able to play any other games. Well, it's 10:50 for me, so I have to wait about an hour longer. But anyway, so I've had the game up literally all day. I haven't been playing it all day. Like it's just been kind of on. I've been away every once in a while. This is the most I've played it literally all day. So what else? Yeah. So I've just been having this on, and then when midnight strikes or whatever, or just whenever I get the trophy, that is when I will be home free to close the game and do whatever else I want to do. And this is my new fancy office because this is room 427. There's just a bunch of weird things in here, and I don't know why. There's a big old security room in there for some odd reason. Then as soon as I lose interest and walk this way, it'll go black. Yep. Because that's what it did last time.
I wonder what he found. If what he
I'll be back in like 20 minutes. I gotta take a shower.
Well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
So can I. The facial expressions you guys cannot see. So sad. Man, I'm actually so sad, though, that my voice wasn't getting recorded. That's unfortunate. I'll just reenact everything. Don't worry about it. I'll just reenact my reaction to the thing, and then you'll never know the difference, other than the fact that I told you. Okay, so I don't know. I want to explore a different direction that haven't been seen yet.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Also, earlier, my mic wasn't on, but I was complaining about this earlier, and I guess that else wasn't getting picked up. I walked by here at one point, and I literally just saw another dude walking past this way. I don't know if anyone else saw that, just because it like happened like a split, like it went from like he was just walking, like I looked, he was here, and then he was gone. So like he just like walked off. So I'm not sure if like how intently anyone else was walking, or if they were like screaming at their camera like, did he see it, because I can't hear him saying he see it, but whatever. But it's like there was a guy that was walking over here and over here, so you could go to like to the begin, like toward the beginning of the stream whenever this ends, and go check that out. But I know for a fact there was a dude, and I'm not hallucinating. And I swear, if I go back and I don't see that man, I'm going to flip and do a cartwheel and not rip my hair out because it's beautiful. Ah, yes, the employee round. It was okay. It was okay. But anyway.
To get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So, reenacting. I want to go check out the red and blue door.
Was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired.
I guess I can overdub it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
But don't judge my reactions to them. Literally just sort of like I will be basically reenacting all everything I've done. So if it sounds like a weird, like fake first impression, don't worry, people on YouTube won't notice. So yeah, so you go this, like you see this catwalk, you go off here, and then he yells at you about being a person.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this.
2B1.
I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
2B3.
Let me prove that.
And there's not a 2B2 anywhere. 2B2. 2B2? 2B2? No 2B2? 2... I didn't see what that door was, but probably not 2B2 if I had to guess. 2B1? 2B2? Angel box. 2B2? 2B2? 2B3? 2B1? 2B... No 2B2 to go with the 2B1 or 2B3. Sad 2B noises. Not having the twosiest of doors. The number 2 with a second letter with another 2 immediately after it.
Now listen carefully. This is
See,
important.
2 doors.
Stanley walked through the red door.
The red door. Definite. Is there a red paint bucket? I guess. I don't know. Blue.
Aha. Perhaps you misunderstood.
Did I though?
Walked through the red door.
Did I really? What if I just really want to go through the blue door?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
The red door? But the blue one's over here. I really want to go to the blue one.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road?
Of course.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh, wait, this is a brown door.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
I like the colliding textures on this corner.
Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were.
A third one?
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Can I? Can't close that one. I don't really want to close. Okay, I can't close that one anyway. All right, cool.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Ooh.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Well, of course.
Aha!
It's absolutely
You see,
fantastic.
I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
I don't know,
How did I
man.
know the game needed a third door.
You just
Well,
got that
it's
massive
instinct mostly,
thonker.
a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that,
Yes.
Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Have you now? Ooh. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Good old Neil. Doors open, the doors attempted, steps taken, endings achieved, doors closed, awards won. So many people. Look at me. So fantastic. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. You are objectively ranked to 9,328 out of 9,328 players worldwide. That's a really small amount of players. If we're talking about the world, a dead rat beats me by one player, please. Fancy. Sad rat.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Oh, absolutely. With a door counter, of course.
I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh, yes. What new game do you have
In
for
this
me?
game, the baby
What
crawls
is
left
happening?
towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh no, it's going to fire. No, stay away from the fire, you stupid baby. Why are you so stupid? No, why you? This button is very loud. Why does this button have to be so freaking loud? Is there a way to like make? There's no way you can like stand on, like stand. Stop being such a crybaby. Be more of a cry adult who cries in silence. You know, if you probably wouldn't be crying so much if you weren't crawling toward the scary fire. I could probably bet that if you looked the other way, you wouldn't be so scared. And if you're trying to crawl up the wall, you'd be a lot happier than crawling toward really hot flames that are going to kill you, considering you are made of cardboard and paper. And every amount of character quality would be melted off your face because you are ink. You know, forget. You really want to get toasty? Get toasty.
Heartless bastard.
Oh, thank you.
Do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
A little
If
bit
it's
of
the
both.
latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Oh,
Hey,
yes.
since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Ooh,
Let's see. What do we have here?
another game? Hmm?
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh. Fancy. Might be kind of snazzy. Is this gonna put me back in the regular game? Or what's the deal? This is very different.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
My
Perhaps for
creep
some
tower.
Sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Dr. President. Haha, funny. What the frick? Something just crashed. Paradise. A volunteer as a lookout, yes. What time is it? Not the right one. I guess I can't have a jacket. I'll be very cold. It's fine. Can I turn off? I cannot turn off the light. Can I close the door? Close the door? Maybe close the door? Oh, I guess bugs are going to be in here now when I get back. Door's not closing. Okay.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What can't it be? What you mean? My frames are dying. So much grass. I'm guessing.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing.
Oh no, whatever would have happened to me.
Around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any...
As long as I look up into the sky, my frames will survive.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
That is what I've discovered.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh? Something that isn't open world? Is this friggin' Rocket League,
See,
bruh?
this is exactly what I had in mind. Just
Are
a
you
nice
serious?
big box for you to run around. There isn't any possibility that you could
What
get
the?
lost
Yeah,
here.
it's Rocket. It's
This
literally just Rocket.
is
It's
game
straight up
design.
Rocket League. It's just
Stanley, if
straight
you manage
up.
to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I mean, so would I.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
There are
there's
lots of
usually
cars
a
here in
big
the back,
ball
obviously
and
there's no
some
race
cars.
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Whoa! It's a big ball! Yes! I can play the game I honestly wish I was playing right about now. No, it's crawling up the thing. Eh!
Are you doing it?
Yes, I'm doing it.
Is this fun?
Yes,
Is
it's
it
very
better than
fun.
my miserable little story that I
It-
worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought.
It's a close
And
second.
I realize I'm not a
gonna lie.
sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain
Heat.
amount of raw
Hi-ya.
adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports
Roll it.
experience. I'm going to try.
Roll on your own.
Here comes
Yes!
another ball.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Oh goodness, that really does
It's a
feel
fantastic
amazing,
ball.
doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery
Yes.
shop.
Whack.
I simply have
First
to have
touch.
more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! What? So many balls! I want to touch them all! I'm going to touch that one, and I'm going to touch this one, and I'm going to go over here. Yes, I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
Is this a real?
Eat!
Well, I sure
Eat
hope
us!
it's a good time because guess what? It's over. That's right.
Now! What do you
Fun
mean?
Comes to an end. This is my game.
How
and what I say
dare you.
goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides,
That's...
you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
I do know a lot of things. Maybe not best, but I'm up there, if I had to guess. I like how the sound effect difference. Hold on, wait. It has the same grass animation too. I also like how it's basically to scale, considering like this is probably how big a regular person would be outside of the car. Oh, these are just holes. I was kind of wondering why there weren't explosions. That would be kind of funny. Just massive boom, and it's just throws me across the map. But that's unfortunate. Whee!
Hold on. What are you doing?
I'm falling, clearly. Beta.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Sorry, I can't hear you when I plug my ears. Anyway. Work in progress. Filing cabinets. A stack of inches. Well done. Something is very wrong here. Oh, I'm falling. Oh. It's a weird spot. Anything over here? No. Oh, are these the two doors? Wait, so if I go this way, the lounge should be over here, correct? No, that just leads to that weird like elevator thing or something. Okay. 423. Why were you trying to keep secrets from that guy? Can't get in there. "427. It's my office. Look at that. Wow. Can't close the door. Wait, security room. It looks like a weird thing. All this stuff is hardly rendered. Is there anything else in here? Can I click any of this? No. Anything back this way? I missed. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
So can I. The end is never the end is never the end. Loading. Hey, it's a bug. Okay. Okie dokie.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could
Stanley
it mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I still don't see that suspicious man. I swear I saw a dude earlier. Bruh, this friggin' mosquito needs to go away. I keep whacking it, but it's not falling or dying or anything. But like I feel I feel the whack. I feel the thunk in my hand, but it's not actually. Bruh, I swear, why? You stupid. It landed on my mic. I didn't want to just whack it, but I'm starting to feel like I should have. Where are you? I don't know. Anyway. Did I miss anything? Don't know that there's anything else that way that I really want, ironically enough. No, I can't bring the bucket with me to that location. However, and then after that, it'll just give me like a weird, like, what is a bucket expo thing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I, though? Did I really? Yes.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Well, who wouldn't? What do you say? Hold on. Zoom! I'm going to get up out of my chair. I'm going to sound very distant, but I'll try to read as loud as I can. Tomorrow things. Is this? Oh, that's the same. That's all the same stuff as the whiteboard that says, "Get Chris out of the broom closet" with the smudges at the bottom. Literally all the same information. Okay, I don't know why it's written down twice, but alright. You do you, man. Haha, 4 viewers and 20 texts. Nice. I'm back! Well, perfect timing. Mr. Storm, sir, I'm zoomed right now. I'll zoom. Here we go. Oh, I keep forgetting. I need to bump my bumpscosity up to a whopping 12.
It was okay.
It was okay. It was it was.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did I though? Is there anything else down? Let's see. Let me think. If I go down. I haven't actually been down this thing in a hot minute.
He detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But I really didn't. What's down this elevator? I actually don't remember what's down here. I know if I go down here with the bucket, it gives me like a weird therapy session thing. I think. Pretty sure.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to
Oh
wander
no!
about and get
This
even
this
further
gives
off
me
track.
this gives me a
So now in
detour
order
to
get
the
back, he needed to go
big TV room. I think.
From here, it's
Yeah,
left.
this just never mind. This just takes me to the big TV room that it ends. Let me see something. Why are there papers everywhere?
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
So much paper. Is that solitaire? That is solitaire. I've been in that room. That literally is solitaire, actually. Why is there paper everywhere? I don't know. I literally do not know why there's paper everywhere. That is what I'm trying to figure out. And it ends here. What if I go back
When
down
Stanley
there?
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting.
Because I would
room, and
imagine it would
Stanley
do
knew
that
very
if
well.
I actually
Perhaps
completed
he
an
wanted to
ending.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to
But
admire it.
I didn't, so I don't exactly know what I did to trigger that.
It was okay.
It was okay. I think if you go into
Eager
the
to get back
lounge
to
enough,
business,
I think it ends
Stanley
up
took
like
the first open door on his left,
not being super enthused about it.
and so he
Like at first,
through
like,
the
yes, the
maintenance
thing is
section,
super great and
straight
fantastic
ahead
and
to the
whatever.
opposite
But
door,
I think after a while, it just starts going like, yeah, it's I've been here before. I want to see what happens if I come down here again, because it seems like that always happens when I come down here. When the paper goes everywhere. Wow, one of my friends is
Stanley
actually
didn't want
playing
to go
Rocket
back
League.
to the office. He wanted to wander about and get
I
even
did.
further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go
Maybe papers is if I just restart. But then again, I don't think that's consistent either. Maybe it is. I guess we'll see this time. I did restart basically around the same time. So, okay, yeah, now papers aren't here. Oh, no. Maybe the
all of his
papers say
coworkers were
something.
gone. What could it
I
be?
just didn't look.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I like work. I just hate my boss. Well, don't let him see that. Right next to a mug that says smile.
No matter how hard Stanley looked,
Number
he couldn't
one,
find a trace
Dad.
of his coworkers.
Oh, I got on top of your desk. Ha ha! Get teabagged on 434. Hey, you nerd. Get buddied, my guy. He's literally the only desk I can't climb on. Everyone else's chair is all tucked in a way. Video ideas for you VR games? Go out the window, then you're on the desk. Go up the window. Wait, this window? What do you mean? Oh, I can get up here. Yes. Out the window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map
Yes.
until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why
It's
don't we take a
unique.
minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh, you sick of this gag? No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. Now,
course.
here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Fantastic. Race with this guy. Yes. Yes. Okay, I guess I just. Hey, kitty. Yeah, Storm, I see what you mean. Thank you for the call out. I would not have thought about actually being able to crawl out the window. Thank you for pointing that out. There's been a lot of actually unique and interesting things happening in this stream, as far as gameplay goes. We got the blue door, then we got the this thing happening. Yeah.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design.
Has my OG Stanley stats help?
Praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
That sounds good to me.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Bring it, narrator.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly.
Oh.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
And to answer your question about the ending with all the computers with the purple bar, I think so. Are you talking about heaven? Well, it's like, welcome to heaven, Stanley. It gives you a whole area. I think that's where I actually started my stream. I did do a little mini stream earlier today. It was 2 minutes, yeah. It's a bunch of buttons all alternating and circling around you, and anytime you turned either which way, it hurt your eyes. Or not hurt them, but just if I had to describe the sound by means of a noise, it would be, you know? So, That phone is very annoying. Yes, I did notice that the phone was ringing. The music is nice. The phone is probably supposed to be the thing that makes it annoying, but I mean, I enjoy the music. The phone can easily be drowned out. In fact, there we go. The phone is now gone. Now we can listen to the music in peace. Excuse me? Sounded like your fingers just melted off the guitar. I guess it's over. Okay. Begin game again. I should probably turn my sound effects back up. Load fast. I want to turn my sound back up. Alright. Settings. Audio sound. Alrighty. Alright, yeah. So yeah, I have this all like now that's just there. I can go to heaven.
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Are there any
Stanley
other
decided to go to the
windows I can
meeting.
crawl out of
Perhaps
now?
he had simply missed a memo.
Or maybe some other Stanley. Or not.
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
Ooh, fellow man. I swear, is there some like weird way to trigger that guy? Because I swear there was a guy that walked by here like toward the beginning of the stream. It's very strange. Like literally, it was just a dude walking by, like none of his business. Jump out! Oh, jump out the window with the bucket. Oh, good call.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek.
Oh,
Could his co-workers really all be gone?
oh, surely not. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Yeah. Wah, wah. Now, is there a way? There's not really. I was going to see if there's a way to crawl out that window. Not that would make a difference.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the
The
white void, we
Minecraft
are
ending.
alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley. What are you talking about? He screamed. You're a bucket! To this, the bucket furrowed its brow. No, said the bucket. Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of...
No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Warehouse, blue door 3 times. Well, yeah, I did do the blue door 3 times, but that took me to Rocket League. Thing. Is there like a second, like, is there a different way to go in there? And also, do I have my bucket, or do I need to go find another one?
Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
I'm sure it is. Oh, you evil bucket. Get away from me, you fiend! Betray me.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door.
They may have lost the right to do Minecraft. Maybe. Yeah, because they did do a Rocket League thing. So, I literally just did that. I can do it again, if you didn't see it.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire.
Or no, there's not a different thing. I was thinking I need to do the bucket again, because I was honestly thinking I need to do it once, and then like answer no, and then do it again, answer yes, but turns out I don't need to do it more than once with the bucket.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
There are a lot of really weird endings happening this stream.
But
there are so many, like, those very niche endings.
5 years ago.
I also wish there was a way to get to where... I know I saw in the OG, it was Minecraft, it was pretty funny. Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in the OG one. But yeah, but I'm curious, what is my cat going crazy? Oh, my cat's probably going crazy with a mosquito. But I'm curious if there's a way to get back to whatever part of the story or whatever where you can, like, you know, when the narrator like opens up the vent and it's like, hey, come in here, I have a secret to show you, and it's like basically like it leads up to the friggin', what do you call it? The Stanley Parable 2, like, revelation. Like, I wonder if there's a way to get back there, because I know there is another path. Like, if you just ignore the vent and go the other way, like, I'm actually curious if there's a way to get back to there and not take the vent, but I probably have to just, like, delete all my save data and just basically restart, which I'd be fine with after I get all, like, trophies and such. Or at least after, well, actually I could probably do that. Yeah, I could honestly do that after I'm done with this.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
So the only other trophy I need is just not play the game for 10 years.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that
the Forza Deluxe is in here.
You all this time.
Whee!
In his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yes.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay, so how do you get to Minecraft in the Deluxe, then? is it still the blue doors and you just have to go somewhere else, or what's the deal? Same way. Maybe you have to do it early on. Maybe.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed the
Man.
line.
I actually don't remember what the timing was, because I do know that kind of like went away and then came back and saw him. So I don't know if there's like some weird timing. Let's see if I just wait here long enough, he'll walk by. While we do... Hold up, did I just see something? I don't know if I did. Okay. Anyway. Looking up, is the Minecraft and ending in Stanley Parable Deluxe. Okay, what's this? Thank you for playing. Your effort was extremely valuable. Need to playtest new versions of the game before playing various others, including Half-Life 2 mod. The ending is in the original mod. Well, there's a lot of mod stuff. Ending. Exit Stanley's offices at the two doors. Pick the one on the right. Go to the warehouse and take the lift. And jump onto the catwalk. At the two color doors, take the blue door 3 times. You will walk into a large room that the narrator had not finished building yet. Sources, textures, orange tiles can be seen along the walls around you. This will anger the narrator. Due to your apparent distaste, the narrator's intended game will give you feedback on new ideas. First, take Stanley to 2 doors room. And the third door at the far right features a wooden door. The developer texture hallway. It's darkly contrasting the 2 doors. And now with 5 large buttons. There's a rating scale. So just feeling insulted with the 1 rating and proud with the 5 rating. After the rating, the narrator would help us send it back to the new with the leaderboard. Baby game. Especially if you play the game for 4 hours, so keep notes on experience. If you play it for the first 2 hours, the game will add a puppy sinking into a pool of piranha, prompting you to push more buttons and pay more attention during the remaining time. Reach the 4-hour mark leads to the art ending. Okay, so there's actually a thing to be done there. Someone else's game. If you fail either game, the narrator will shut it off and teleport down to a Minecraft look-alike game. All features of the look-alike are similar to the real game. Sound effects while walking overhead, cloud textures, mining sounds, lighting effects, and doors opening sounds. You are still limited to his abilities from the original game. You cannot jump nor mine. You can only watch the narrator create a house. Then he then decides to recreate the house out of diamond, and invites you to come mining with them as several blocks behind him are cleared for the ladder. As Stanley walks further into the cave, the lighting dims and the narrator laments on how open-ended the game is, and then he decides to try another game. You are then sent to the first level, Portal. Okay. So this doesn't seem dependent on the baby game. And when it does send me to a different person's game, it sends me to Rocket League. So I just read off this whole thing. But now it sends this where it talks about in this thing where it talks about sending me to Minecraft or Minecraft lookalike. Like at that point in here, it sends me to Rocket League. So, I'm honestly not entirely sure. And then it also says that it goes from Minecraft. And then it goes to Portal. But I'm not... there wasn't any Portal things in here, from what I could tell. And Minecraft obviously wasn't in this. So I think they probably changed it. Oh, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Okay, what's going on here? Ending is nearly identical to the original, but a different game. Okay, yeah. So, and oh, what was it saying before? Oh, HD remix. I guess. I don't even know. I think that's the title of the thing, or the article thing, or whatever. I don't even know. But it talks about. Okay, so an Ultra Deluxe ending is nearly identical to the original, but with different games. While it is still a general idea of an open world game and walled-off game, the specific observations and objectives are different to suit the new games. Instead of Minecraft, narrative takes Stanley first to Firewatch. Okay, that's probably the one with the watchtower. And then he is satisfied with the contents of the tower you first arrive in, but when you descend, he discusses the fact that it's an open world game. At least that's what he quickly assumes. And blocks Stanley with several brick walls, and then decides to try another more boxed-in game. Instead of Portal, the walled-off game is Rocket League. The narrator enjoys the confined environment before realizing the game is sports ball. He spawns in a ball to allow Stanley to score a goal. Thinking the number of balls is equal to the amount of fun. He had several more. However, he soon takes them all away and reminds Stanley he's playing his game, eventually leaving him there. And then it says you to an abandoned office. A remnant of the original office building. Walking forward will send you down another hole to the office from the original Half-Life 2 mod, but without lighting. If you walked, so that weird, like, high-tech looking, well, quote-unquote high-tech office building, like that was supposed to be the Half-Life thing. I think if you have your choice. And if you try taking the bucket, it'll just take you to the no buckets ending, where everything is apparently a bucket. Which we know. Okay, so yeah, Minecraft isn't in here. They changed it to Rocket League. Half-Life is still in here, apparently. But they changed Minecraft to Rocket League, and or I guess they swapped Minecraft for the Firewatch thing, and then instead of Portal, it's Rocket League. So I kind of wish that I could do the Portal. Hold on, wait. Is there? Hold on. Can I get the original Stanley Parable? Is that possible? Hold on, because I actually do want to see what. I do want to see what these endings look like. Stanley Parable. It's probably gonna be a waste of money, but yeah, I'm not surprised, because as soon as I typed in, I was like, well, that's probably only a PC, so probably not able to do that anyway. Yeah, we are 15 minutes away ish from getting the trophy. So, as we wait for that, let's go meander around. I'm gonna let you listen to this monologue again about the bucket.
Stanley thought to himself, this
out the window,
is a bucket.
and I'm going to go use the
Stanley
restroom.
flung the bucket to
I will
his
be
cheek.
back in like a
Could
minute.
his co-workers really all be gone?
1 second,
Yes,
I'll be back.
whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You
Yeah, I haven't even gotten to the part where he killed the bucket yet. Jeez, that was quick.
This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been
There's an
overwhelmed
ending
by
where
the
you jump to the
bucket's
bottom of the
power.
rooms with all
Let's
TV
smash
screens.
this. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Very fun. It would be kind of funny if like the bucket was like locked, like if you do this ending, and then the bucket is just forever lost into like one of the rooms you just straight up can't get into. Like if you look into like that first, like when you walk into the room, like you go out of your office, turn right, go into that first office room. Like I'll show you. So like if you like go out here, or even like straight up in here, there's just like a monster, like just a bucket like floating around or something. That'd be kind of funny.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers.
Or like if
He
you go
never
over
functioned
here,
well by himself,
so I was initially
and
thinking like if the
constantly
bucket
needed
was like stuck
support
in
and
this
guidance from
room,
others, so the thought
or-
of total solitude was
or this
terrifying
one.
to him.
or maybe not that one, because that's literally leads over there. But I got another party invite from the Chris. I will join him momentarily. Who is texting me? Wait, what did I just see? I saw some things. Wait. Hold on, let me check some things. Notifications. I got a part of Chris. I feel like I saw something else. I don't know. One moment, let me join Chris, my boy. Join. Yes. Hello, good sir. Can you hear me? Are you muted? Hello. Hi. Howdy. Heh 428.
What?
It's just one of the door numbers in the office. Okay, so apparently there's an ending in the bottom of the TV screen room, so I'm gonna try and get down there.
Came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I did enter the door on my left. You are correct, because I'm on a mission.
Yet there was not a single
Can I
person
climb?
behind him.
I can. Maybe.
Feeling a
Maybe.
wave of disbelief,
Possibly.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
I'll
office,
be right back,
hoping he
good sir.
might find an answer
Okie
there.
dokie. There's gotta be waiting on top of this desk. Climb that bit, that much. Come on, let me up. Let me up. Let me up. Okay, fine. Just don't let me out to the desk. Okay, I see you, game being the butt that you are. What is this? This page contains no information. TPS report. Why is there a drawn picture of a gun to someone's head? Alright. Kind of whack, but okay. Why are you boarded up? Chris is forever stuck in the broom closet. Where are the stairs? I guess the stairs were this close, eh?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Of course. There's gotta... I really want this door to be openable. Like, there's gotta be a way to open that door. Oh, no, that's just still opening on its own. Okay, Storm, does this elevator here... You'd probably know. You seem to know a lot about this game. Do you know if this elevator ever does anything? Like, if there's a way to trigger it? Or is that literally just sitting there and enjoying some elevator music? Because I've yet to get any sort of reaction, like, response out of that thing other than just sitting in it. Okay. You ever say anything about the elevator? So I'm not sure. Yeah, and that is the other thing too. Is that it is kind of hard to search if that elevator has anything, because the only elevator that shows up, like anytime I search anything, is this one over here. Like that's the one I always refer to as the boss's elevator. But that kind of overwhelms being able to search anything about the other one. I think. Anytime I try searching anything on that, it's just, everything's in the way. Hello, camera. Okay, now how do you get to the bottom of this room? Let's go do shimmy my way back in.
Time.
It's
almost time.
It is almost time. 5 minutes. Let me claim this. Yes. Let me do it. And I'm gonna turn on the lights first. Hey. And I'm off.
Control facility. Welcome. You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So, here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room engine, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Of course.
More content. And I'm here to give it to you.
So much more.
I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are.
And all 5 of my viewers.
What? What about all 5 of your viewers?
Just like the narrator guy, just like we have specific music just for this bottom area of the place that is specific only to you and finding this thing. And I'm just like, yes, me and all 5 of my viewers. I control the city.
Getting diamond camo for my ARs took a long time.
Now do it with the bucket. Diamond camo. Is diamond the same? So you said that was in Cold War, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same thing as getting the Damascus, or is that more like a gold or like platinum sort of comparison?
Platinum.
Platinum, okay. Why is this room blue? This room should not be blue. I recall it should be not blue.
In Cold War, you had to get gold for 5 ARs. There's like 35 camos for each one.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending! Yes! Dog mode. Oh, please tell me I can check this. Yes! Yes! This is fantastic! Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Can I uncheck it? Man, that is...
Hear what I said
Oh wait, what did you say?
about the camos.
I did not hear you say that. I was too excited about the whiteboard ending being able to bark.
For getting the diamond camo, you had to get 5 gold camos for, well, gold camo for 5 ARs, and there's like 35 camos for each.
Oh wow.
All with different things you have to do to get the camo.
Touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, I love that bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I guess I'll go this way.
Hashtag time in.
And surely, any minute now, I will get a Tuesday trophy.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Yes.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of anything in life. Crushed by the weight, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Of course the bucket is guiding me through all of the secrets of things. For Damascus, you have to get every camo for every assault rifle, even diamond and gold. Yeah, I know Damascus was to get everything. That's why I was wondering if diamond was comparable to that. But
In Cold War, the Damascus is called DM Ultra, which is pretty much obsidian.
okay, obsidian is like one of the easier things to get in Modern Warfare, though. So that's kind of surprising. So obsidian, you just have to use a gun basically a lot, and you get it.
Mind control facility.
I'm going to change up my audio just a tad. I'm gonna bump that down. Okay, here we go.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
Oh, what a
He
shame.
fell directly onto the bucket, which cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold.
Oh, I still have my bark.
After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
I'm driving an electric car that's off-road. It has no
lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact,
Let's see.
after some
Sounds
time,
electric.
Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable.
Electric off-road
This
Chevy
isn't an
Bel
ending.
Air
This is just a hole in the ground.
with NOS.
Bucket sighed.
What?
But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a
Wait a
very long
minute.
time.
No way. Okay.
That should have fixed it.
This is mildly disappointing, but at the same time, we still did a lot of endings I didn't know we'd be able to do. But apparently, I looked in my...
No trophy.
This trophy is kind of a lie. Because it says, play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. And now that it is 12, I was thinking, oh, we're 12:04, really. I was just like, oh, let's look at the trophy, see if I've earned it. This trophy says earned. What is this? What is it? August. So yeah, so it's like earned August 2nd, which was like yesterday, at 9:30.
You've been on this all day.
I literally started my stream at like 10. This whole time I've been streaming, I haven't really quote unquote needed to. It was fun, not gonna lie. But I apparently already got the trophy and just didn't notice. So that's cool. But now I guess I'm just 2 hours behind of being able to not play the game for 10 years. 2 hours. What a consequential amount of time. But honestly, for that, I think I am going to like cheese the system. Unless you really want me to wait 10 years.
What?
And make that a sort of event. Because so the only other trophy that I have to do is to, well, I guess technically two. One is platinum just to get everything, but the one that I need is don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. So basically, I can't open up the game until 2032.
I feel like that's an
August.
exaggeration.
No, that's how the 5-year one worked. There was a trophy to not play the game for 5 years in the original game, and you literally couldn't get that till 2017 or 2018.
Oh.
At the very least.
So 2032, you can open the game back up.
Yep. Nah, I think I'm good. Let's just use the stinky cheese. Sounds like a plan. I don't know how. I want to say I have to close the app, so I'm not sure exactly if I'll be able to do it on stream. But
Stanley knew the office
while I
number
have
at the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
that's some new
Just a
dialogue.
matter of time.
Anyway, Stanley, fellow person yonder. Anyway, so, one moment. Let me change my time of the universe on my PS4. Date and time. Yeah, literally. Just date and time settings. Set manually. No. Go 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, I'll do 35 just to be safe. Enter. Good to go. Resume. Maybe. Man, yeah, so Storm can't confirm that is a real achievement. Do I have the trophy now? Does it recognize that it is indeed 2032, or do I need to restart the app? I might need to restart the app. Have you done the adventure line? I have done the adventure line. Where it gives you a bunch of really funny music. I will edit all this together and like I do intend to put all like related endings together. I didn't necessarily do them all super related to each other like in sequence, but I will try to put like related endings, like here's the ending to the blue door and then the ending to the red door, like put those next to each other and all their variants. But yeah. So let's see. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna go back. Settings. Date and time. No. I'm not on the game right now, so it has a PlayStation thing on it, but I'm not ending it yet. I'm gonna put it back at 2022. And do that. Okay, so it's 2022 again. Why is my time zone like it's Central Time, but it's U.S. Canada? Are there other options? U.S. Canada. Oh, I guess it's U.S. comic. I don't know why I read U.S. Canada as like a separate thing, but United States, Canada. Okay, that makes sense. Friggin' selfish buffoons. I might have to quote unquote end stream, aka literally just like close the app, change the time, open the app again, and then get the trophy, and then we'll be good. But you know what? If we're just gonna cheese the game, I'm in no rush. Resume game. We can do whatever, and then I'll do that after stream. And then I can post it on the social medias and be like, "Hey, look at this! I'm a time traveler." Look at me being so fancy. Anyway, what other endings? What other weird endings do y'all know of? I say y'all. Storm's probably the one who knows the most about it. We have the weird one and like the blue door. I've done the one where you juke the boss's office and come back. I've done up and down the elevator. I've done up and down the elevator with the bucket. I've done the bucket with the number 3. That was a trophy, I think. What else was there? I guess now we just look around and see if there's anywhere to crawl. I think just start like climbing, like parkour the game.
It was okay.
It was okay, man. The degradation of the room as we visit it over and over again. Oh yeah, take the bucket back to the new content. Begin the game again.
Okay, I fixed my car now, but now it sounds normal.
Huzzah! What did it have, like a kind of noise, or?
It was it was just the whine of the turbo.
Yeah, I don't like that. In case you didn't see the Adventure Line Part 2. I mean, to be fair, I haven't brought the bucket with me to the other place, so there you go. Let's do that.
One man, one bucket, one
Chance to seize their destiny. I will bring the... Is there a thing where you can, like, make jealousy between the buckets? Like, if I bring this with me to the other bucket room? Is that a thing you can do? Just be like, hello, bucket, my bucket is better than yours. I want to look at that. I want to see if that's possible. How do you even do the Adventure Line? The Adventure Line, you have to do something. was the adventure line? Doors. You go the wrong way. Oh, that's when you go down, and then it's like stop detouring and such. So you go down. I remember now. So you go like through the right door, and then it goes. Then you took the first door on his left, and you go there. Then you take the elevator before you actually keep going to the conference room. You take the elevator, and then go through that like weird like spoiler ending. Then I think that's how you trigger the first adventure line, or whatever. Oh yes. So how do you do the second adventure line? Two again.
Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
I don't know that I've seen the second
what fans have truly been asking for.
Adventure line. I doubt it. It doesn't sound familiar. The only one I only remember one.
Now to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2
Adventure line part 2 requires a bucket. It's called like the Bucket Crusher Machine ending or something.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
What was that?
Whole new office. Something's buzzing. The new updated ray traced more of the same, but in a good way. Sequel to the new updated ray trace, more of the same, but in a good way. Sequel to the new updated. New features, new content, new ideas. Where you can use the top catwalk and not just the bottom one. I know there's a trophy room. I think I actually know your Bucket Crusher one, but I don't remember that being like an adventure line bit. There was a collectibles, infinite hole, which I did with the bucket. The trophy. Let's see what happens when you go to the trophy again. I've already gotten this.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that. As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... Wait. What the hell is going on?
Then I don't remember what actually made this thing work.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it.
Oh! I know how you fix this machine. You literally just have to log into the game multiple times, and then that little like intro dude, whoever that's supposed to be, it tells you like, I can fix a machine for you if you really want me to. So then they do that.
Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal,
and then that's why the narrator's having like a mental breakdown.
It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2.
I don't think it's the same way you do the first adventure. Yeah, the first adventure you just like go off course. This one, I want to see what happens if I bring the bucket to the other bucket. If the other bucket is even there. It probably is. It usually is.
Colored my hair.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Okay, for a second I thought I straight up saw Spider-Man or something. Like from here, you can't tell me that at this angle. Let's see, like at this angle, that doesn't look like Spider-Man's mask. That like the number 2 and then like the little eye. Yeah. Like it looks like Spider-Man's mask.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I was like, hold on, wait a minute. That's Speedor Man.
Speedor Man.
Yo, what's good? A lot of things, Gabe. We've been on many adventures. You missed a few adventures, unfortunately, but I will be uploading a video to YouTube at some point.
There are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh no. What have I done?
Stanley!
What'd you do?
Stanley.
Um.
The power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk.
Why is there a reassurance bucket there?
It blew up.
Wow.
Because apparently 2 buckets and the power of 2 reassurance buckets is too great. So they were both destroyed. And now I'm sad. And you know what? I feel like changing the balloons. So I'm gonna pick the blue ones by hitting that button whenever it lets me.
But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Definitely this one. Although I do actually like that balloon better conceptually, but
You know, sometimes
this,
when you
this
solicit
balloon, I don't
another
know, it's just not as
person's
funny as that one.
opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday.
It always picks the opposite one. I actually find that really funny. It's like whichever one you pick, it picks the other one.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision.
Jump circle!
You know what? Let's bring the
I don't
jump
need no
circle back for Stanley
jumps
Parable
to
2
get-
as well. It's
Never
Oh,
mind.
wait.
I guess I do.
You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
I did.
Oh well.
Yeah,
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
I guess. Works for me. Wait, Storm, hot, it does. Wait, are you saying that it does get rid of buckets forever? Or does it replace it? I'm really hoping it replaces it.
Do you like all of
Because
the
the
new
bucket
features?
is so comforting, and I'd like to have it with me at any given time.
Together as one single coherent
And have it
video game.
available on demand,
In my soul.
as
It
per
feels
my own
so
convenience.
There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give
No,
you
okay.
the Stanley Parable 2.
Boom.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
I was talking about the Spider-Man head. Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, it looks like Spider-Man. You can't convince me otherwise. It just looks like Spider-Man from that angle specifically.
Version 2.
2.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
Try this again.
This
This
isn't a
race for
coherent
the
video,
5th
it's a lot
time.
of gags. And I do very much
Well, I
enjoy
keep
creating games,
switching
but
my
it don't
car
add up
because
to
the
it.
last car I had for this
I
race
wanted more
in
than
Payback,
anything to create a sequel
the
that
steering
would
was all
capture
off.
all
It
the
was not
magic
working
of the
well.
first game.
Oh.
So I
wanted
got the
fans to
Chevy
love it.
Bel Air.
No matter how good
I
these
had the
games are,
C10
when
pickup,
stand on
side
their
step
own,
pickup.
They would need the
Oh,
structure
yeah.
and the gameplay of
Hello,
the
Gun Gun. How you doing? It's been a minute,
Oh, this
actually.
one's already
I
shooting me
can take
forward.
the original Stanley Parable and
You
simply,
bitch.
well, insert a few of my new features into it, tastefully, of course, with respect,
Tastefully.
with care for the vision
God,
and integrity
what
of the
the
original
hell?
game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and
Dude, what the
uncompromising
fuck?
conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead.
Things really starting to piss me off.
Oh, eh.
Are you good at off-road races? In Need for Speed?
Kind of.
Could you help me?
I don't know. Well, I don't know how good it would do with share play.
think it would be just fine.
I mean, playing God of War like that game was a lot more casual, and it was still kind of laggy. So, and there were also some points where like it would like cut out for like half a second. But as far as races go, like that would be catastrophic. Because then you're going at like 90 miles an hour. So.
Tree. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
Come on.
So he's part of like the friend group of like trap. Well, here's the thing. He lives.
Ah.
I think he lives like near our friend Andy, who's well, her, is either her or her husband knew a guy who is Jonah's cousin. So there's a chain of things. So. What?
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
I don't know what 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon is.
You don't?
No.
That means it takes 6 people for you to get to know someone who knows. Like, if you know Travis, that's 1.
Yeah.
And Travis knows Jonas, that's 2. And Jonas knows Sylvia, that's 3. And Sylvia knows Peggy, that's 4. And Peggy knows Adam, that's 5. And then Adam knows Kevin Bacon.
Is that actually statistically true?
Look at 6 degrees.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Let's look up this thing. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. From Footloose. Sandy Bear before, huh? I didn't think you were that far new content. I know who Kevin Bacon is.
See? Everybody knows who Kevin Bacon is.
I knew him from a movie, though. Secrets to Kevin Bacon, or Bacon's Law, is a parlor game where players challenge each other to arbitrarily choose an actor and then connect them to another actor via film that both actors have appeared in together, repeating this process to try to find the shortest path that ultimately leads... What does it say? I had to extend the thing. Repeating this process to find the shortest path that ultimately leads to prolific American actor Kevin Bacon. It rests on the assumption that anyone involved in the Hollywood film industry can be linked through their film roles to Kevin Bacon within 6 steps. The game's name is a reference to 6 degrees of separation, a concept that posits, I don't know, that posits that any 2 people on Earth or 6 or fewer acquaintances link apart. In 2017, Bacon started a charitable organization, 6 Degrees, started a podcast called The Last Degree of Kevin Bacon. Weird.
Keep crashing, man.
I'm going for the bucket crusher. Is it?
About to catch up, and then I crash or miss again.
No.
I'm just gonna restart. It's pissing me off, dude. I need to beat this so I can beat the fucking game. I'm literally 2 races away from beating the game.
Wait, Kevin Bacon 64? When is it a video? When I'm 64. Celebrating Kevin Bacon's 64th birthday. New York Post. I couldn't resist this one. Facebook.
Couldn't resist this one.
still be sending me Valentine. Sunday morning, bottle of wine. If I stay out to 2:45, would you lock the door? Would you still meet me? Would you still greet me?
Just the llama hanging out. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Yeah, well. Cammy's like, yes, she's gone. Haha. My Cash is hanging out with the chair. She's probably more thinking like, man, that was my chance to leave because the door was open. I can never get to get open. There she goes. Yes, just there you go. Yeah, she made it out. Well done. All right, cool cat. All right, in search of baby. Anyway, Chris, are you still there?
Yes, I'm just focused.
Okay, just making sure.
To be fair, it is a very intense racing game.
Hmm. Think you are on new content. I'm going to look up a vid for the bucket crusher. Okay, yeah, I read that earlier. Okay, so bucket employee lounge. Then take the first open door on the left. Then take the elevator in the room. Oh yeah, that was part of the therapy thing. I forgot about that. I mean, I knew the therapy thing existed, but I didn't realize that that's where the crusher was. That makes sense. Like I'm not like. Thinking back, like that makes sense, and I recall that it wants you to crush the bucket after like the intervention, but I just forgot that it was part of that.
Goddamn trees, man!
Freaking trees! Is that game more like open world, like
Yes.
like The Crew, or is it more open world like the 2015?
It's got a story mode, but it's open world as well, like The Crew.
Like is it open world like The Crew, like how like you can drive nearly anywhere,
Yes.
or like basically anywhere, like grass and whatever, or is it more like the Need for Speed 2015?
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you at the moment.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the
Oh, I
door.
forgot to get the bucket.
You have to get up early and come with me to Mima's house tomorrow because Uncle Rob's working now, so he can't meet with the plumber, and I don't want to be there by myself.
Okay. What time are you need to be there?
Leave here by 10.
10.
Or
Okay.
9:30. Between 9:30 and 10.
Okay.
So plumber's supposed to arrive anytime between 11 and 3.
I don't know
What
what
is
that
this?
person's got in their car, man.
It's bucket time.
It's bucket time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Hidden Adventure Line Part 1, where you somehow do something wrong and the narrator just makes you follow the line for a while. Not sure.
Getting really heated over this stupid fucking race.
Telling him that the employee lounge was
I've been doing it for hours.
Had the bucket turned out to be
Yeah, I got to that point at one point when I was doing Need for Speed, just regular. Because I was trying to do a bunch of prestige races, and I did have sort of a series going, but then there was one race that's just like I cannot. I'm like 2 or 3 seconds off from finishing it, and I don't know how to do any better than I was. So I just like sort of drifted away from, no pun intended, but I just sort of drifted away from playing that game and started playing other stuff. I just haven't gotten back to it, and at this point I would need to really warm up to even get close to how I was performing then, because back then I was really refined in terms of my control of things.
and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here.
We
because
care about you,
very
Stanley.
much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's
The
what
Fern!
fans want from a sequel. They
We
want
love the
more of their
Fern.
favorite
Fern's
jokes,
great.
not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who
What is
gave you the
this?
bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Why is
Don't
there
you
like
want
an
another
altar
story
here?
involving the Adventure Line? We could
Is
make
there an
the
ending with
Adventure Line
this?
go somewhere new. Yes, that's what the
The
fans want.
line
Let's do
DM
it.
can be found in the confusion ending. For some time after the confusion ending, peeking in the window in the office will reveal the line on the ground. It can be seen next to door 448 after taking the right door. Yeah, I figured you copied it from a website because I had no idea how you would have been able to type the TM part, but that's fine. Not that I particularly care. So the line can be found in confusion ending. I'm actually curious about how to get to this altar bit because I don't know like where the frick you even find that because that does not look familiar. Because that's gotta be significant. That's literally trying to intervene with this baby. So confusion ending. Confusion ending is Adventure Line, isn't it? Yeah. For some time, confusion ending, peeking in the window of the office will reveal the line on the ground. It can be seen next to 448. Okay, I'll take a look at that after I do.
Look at that wacky line.
Look at the
Who
wacky
knows where it'll
line.
go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now, this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original?
It's untextured room.
To drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Going to have to give something up? What do I have to give up? It's a phone.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Oh gosh.
I think
Okay,
it'll
yeah,
make
I
a
remember this.
wonderful
And I also remember
lore of the Stanley
I wasn't
Parable.
able to
True,
destroy the
it
bucket.
Also was not in the original game, but
Wait,
it's
can I
such a
climb this?
well-fleshed out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I can't climb that.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely
So how do you
it's easy
destroy
to
the bucket?
spell.
Because I remember walking up to this, spamming X on it, and nothing
Go
would
ahead now,
happen.
Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Goodbye, bucket, I guess, even though I probably won't be able to stuff you in
Now
here.
listen to me. It's
It just makes me
crucial
look
you
at
do
it. Yeah, it just makes me look at the
I don't
bucket.
know
It
what
doesn't
the Bucket
actually...
Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Like, is there a way to actually destroy the bucket, or is this just... Because this is all it does when I try clicking on it. Or to the crusher part should be a way to... I saw it. Well, it just makes me do...
I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
I'm literally pressing every single button I possibly can, and then nothing is working. Literally nothing is doing anything. I am clicking all the buttons. Literally all the buttons are being clicked. I cannot get any button to click more buttony. I'm even clicking the touchpad, and the touchpad I don't think it does remotely anything in this game. Oh, that message is invalid then.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had
Yeah,
so
I don't
much
think there's
potential.
any way
We were going to do such
to
marvelous
destroy the
things with
bucket.
You, tell such spell-binding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Magnificent. see. Is there a way to destroy the bucket? Bucket destroyer. Let's see. It's a large, apparently sentient industry shredding machine which has introduced a narrator to the bucket destroyer ending. To eliminate the bucket, Stanley is unable or unwilling to destroy the bucket, which causes the bucket destroyer to fly into a self-destructive rage, ultimately exploding. It is last seen floating through a white void while the narrator laments its demise. And that is all that says. So, yeah, I don't think there's a way to destroy the bucket. That's on Stanley Parable fandom. So, and there's another thing on IGN saying Stanley can't really put down the bucket as much as he'd like to. He just can't do it. So, yeah, there's literally zero way to destroy the bucket.
I'm done.
Just a light breeze of bumpscosity in here at the moment, not bad. I personally enjoy a bit more bumpscosity, but at this amount
Go range and break my only good controller. So I'm done.
Yes, destroying a controller might not be the best course of action.
I will be back in a few minutes.
Okie dokie.
I need to go use the bathroom.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Confusion ending. Wait. Oh, I went the wrong way. Confusion ending requires me to go down the elevator thing in the door on the left. The right door, then go down the first door on the left. Once I do that, I can then veer off course. There's also a section. So I watched after I played like a load of this, like literally like earlier today. Because I've played a bunch of those over the course of the past few days.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Fancy. But anyway, so what was I saying?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Yeah, so earlier today I was watching a Smitty video, and he was playing this. He posted this video like a couple months ago, and so I was watching that, and apparently, based on his gameplay and his reactions or lack thereof, he apparently didn't notice the paradox and the Adventureline ending. Because I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because he did this bit, and then there was a part where like you go into a room full of filing cabinets, and there's like a bunch of very paradoxical areas, which I still am baffled how game developers figure out how to do that. Because I think in terms of space and time, and the fact that if something is somewhere, nothing else can be there. But video games lately, like, just figure out a way to not abide by those rules. So, including this one and a game called The Spectral Retreat. So, those two in particular.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, you buffoon.
No.
But anyway, but yeah, I don't know how developers have figured out a way to make the space, or like how like just infinite loops or whatever, how like you'll like walk one way, turn right again, turn right again, turn right again, turn right again, and then it just goes somewhere else even though you're in the same like 2x2 kind of area or whatever. It's just weird.
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely
this way.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
But I'm curious if there's a way for me to like juke the system using those bits. Pirate? There's a thing named Pirate over there.
How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart
Is that my office?
from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From
Pirate. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I was like, oh, there's one up there that's just named Pirate for some reason. Alright. Hopefully this... Okay, yeah, no balloons are up. Okay, so we're on the right track.
Stanley decided to go
And
to
no
the meeting
bucket
room.
either.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
416. And
When Stanley...
many
Wait,
doors.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Did something
Stanley,
change?
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
It's an
Come,
adventure,
Stanley.
of course.
Let's find the story.
There's where I'm supposed to be. I think. Probably. I'll just go and go. Everyone knows what you did there, just holding back to let you torture yourself. Well done. Or not go that way.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you, there definitely was.
Oh yeah, see, because I was over there and now I'm over here, like that sort of bit.
Do we need to restart the game again?
No, don't restart it. I'll find a way.
We'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, how dare you be the coward that you are? So cowardly. Oh God, I don't know that.
Gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Stanley,
it's a
nope.
memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
That sounds like a plan. Sounds like a solid idea. I'm always wanting to look through that window just to see if I catch anything.
I knew we
Or like, see, so like we're here.
the story.
Then we're here.
Come.
It's still there. And then we come back here. And then no glitches yet. No hiccups. That's still there. Like, how developers figured out a way to do this, I don't know.
No, wait, never mind.
Then
Not
it
the
glitches,
story.
then it switches to
Okay,
something else.
let's head back the other way and retrace our step.
Like, and then we curve back over here. Like,
Now
it's
this-
just like, what
Well,
the
I'll be
how?
honest, I don't recognize this place at
Like,
all.
it's just
Is this the story?
so impressive and
So,
fantastic.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
Why is
I'm
sort
getting
of
weirded
go
out
for
by
real?
whatever this place is.
Maybe.
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No.
Good sir, I will be back in a few. I must go to somewhere real quick.
Okie dokie.
So I will be parting and I will be back.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help
Stanley
of
Parable
the
4
Stanley
Adventure
Parable
Line.
Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
So I've gone that way. It just tells me now we're just gonna follow the line this time. Wait, so your text you're talking at 448. You're all like letter places, okay.
You see? The line
That
of
four
the
question.
story is, it's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Of course.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, Are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay, I think anytime it, like, jigs, it's not necessarily a... Where it is, I don't know. Bum ba bum, bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum. Follow the adventure line as precisely as it goes with. Question. Going on an adventure. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Whoa. James Bond. Whee. It's over here. Nothing. Okay, here's the room I'm talking about. So we come in here. Oh yeah, so here we go. Yeah, so that like does whatever. You can take this route and go down there. Or you can just like cut corners and go this way. And that goes somewhere else. So, what I'm gonna do. Wait, that goes up and then there and down the top. What? These are two different ways. This goes up, across, and across the top, and then down to the floor and out. Then there's that way. And then there's just up, not across the top, and that keeps going. Well, I guess it kind of goes across the top, but not really. No, wait. Operation... Probably counts. No way. This is... Hold on, wait. 432. Hold up. This is just a fat... This whole area... Wait. The frick? This whole area, all down this hallway, is contained in this tiny little block right here. What the frick? Are you serious? No friggin' way. That is actually really cool. Not gonna lie. So if I go down here... Peer reviews. If I go through here, I could go in circles. I could just keep... Huh? Wait. What do you mean? What? Wait. What do you mean? Wait. No. What happened to the... What? Where'd it go? What? Okay, fine.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, This fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Cool fern. What if I go back this way? Okay, that's just bullying. How would you veer off the adventure line?
We're back at the office? No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
What if I go this way?
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line?
Alrighty, Storm.
Found the story on our own.
I'll see you later. Have a good sleep. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Been pretty fun. And for calling out literally all of the endings that I would never have known about. And it makes for good content. So there you go. What if I kind of know what happens here. What if I crawl out the window? Hold on. Wait, if Storm, if you're still here, I want to crawl out the window real quick. I want to see what happens. It doesn't let me. It doesn't let me crawl out the window. Are you serious? Okay, game. Okay, I guess I'll follow the rules. And we're back here.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And
Pirate.
We trusted you.
There was a pirate here.
We've been through. Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could crawl out. I was going to see if I could crawl out the window during this adventure line bit, and you can't, so. Alright, yeah. Okay, you can leave now. I'm not going to do anything particularly special. I don't want to hold you captive.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, what fun. What if I decided to close the door on myself? Or not. Okay. I wish it would, like, let me pick a door. Like, if I just, like, straight just open a random door. That'd be kind of cool.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh, here it is again.
Not you again. Stanley,
No.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
No, I
lines
can't
or monitor
resist.
rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. Should be fine.
Oh, ah, yes. Ooh, oh, I can't follow you anymore. Okay. And we are here.
Choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Yes.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Before I go, I was making my bed. If you're wondering why I'm not gone, but anyway, there's an ending if you just stand in Stanley's office and stay there, but don't do it till you're done with the adventure line. It'll stop that ending. Okay, so you're just saying just stand in his office forever. Like, don't close his door or anything like that. Just sit there.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what
Okay.
this is?
Got
It's
it.
all one giant ending.
Noted.
And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if...
Okie dokie. Now we sit. I'm gonna see if I need to just not move at all. And not look around or anything, just leave my controller alone. Just to be sure. exhilarating content. Super exciting. I guess I'll take this time to promote my Discord and YouTube. It exists. It's listed in the necessary areas. You can find it fairly easily. I have not gotten it yet. If you're just wondering if, like, the stream is still live or something, I just haven't. Nothing's happened. Oh, I do have to move out of it. Beep, bop, beep, beep. Okay, I've moved now. That'd be facing the computer? Or is it something where, like, it has to be like the intro thing? So it's like, this is a story about a man named Stanley. It does a whole thing, and then I'm like facing the computer. Does that have to be that intro? Or I just don't do anything from there? But click on the keyboard. I'm not 100% sure how to activate it. The keyboard, if I click this, it's going to take me to the heaven ending. So I'll click some buttons, but I guess I'll look around, but I'm not going to click that because that takes you to somewhere else. If I just look at the this is like where you start, kind of, just looking that way. See what happens if I do that. Oh, I think you need to click it without that on there. How do I get it off? Is there a way to get it off? Because anytime I've started, I guess I could restart the game. But like, even if I come from the main menu, quit the menu, let's see what happens. Because it seems like anytime I come from the menu, it's still there. So I think if you do need to have the heaven ending thing off, I think I'd have to go straight up go out and like delete some save data to get rid of it. Let's go to the ending, then reset. Begin the game. Let's see if it's still there if I begin the game. Otherwise, I might be able to. I could probably just do like the reset data thing in game. Try that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor.
Yeah, let's see if this intro
No one had showed up to give him instructions,
lets the
call a
computer
meeting,
be clear.
or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
Oh,
isolation.
yep, the purple's there.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Right.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I am off.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Why is that boarded up
Stanley
still?
decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Okay. I guess it just recognizes the fact that I'm going very quickly. It is kind of funny that it's able to recognize people actually playing the game and someone speedrunning. Like if you get somewhere at a certain pace, then it's just like, yeah, you're definitely speedrunning.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I will probably unstream after I try doing this ending.
Now,
And then when I do that, I'll be able to do the little cheese method of getting platinum on Stanley Parable.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
Teleporting
reduced to
myself
images
10
on
years
a
into the
screen.
future.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Pirate?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Battery on the stag. You go to sleep before that. Yeah, go ahead and go to bed. I'm not worried about you sticking around. You go to bed if you need to.
He refused.
I won't feel bad.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided... blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Alright, let's see. Is the pink still there? Pink is still there. Okay, I'm gonna do that later. And I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. And perfect timing too, because of things. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all sometime tomorrow, probably. Actually, yeah, sometime tomorrow. Whether maybe in the morning, and probably definitely later tomorrow night. So there you go. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.